Hi boys and girls. So as I promised you today in class that I would post a video about how to do double number line to solve these ratio word problems, I just want to first off say I know today's lesson was really difficult, but it's okay to come across difficult problems and struggle, and I really enjoyed today's lesson, even though you may not have. So here I created a little reference sheet that I posted in Google Classroom, as well as I'll hand them out to you tomorrow, with the different steps you should be taking when you come across these types of word problems. So I'm going to show you how you can use these steps with the word problem that we did in class today to hopefully help you with your homework, okay? So if I'm going to move my paper up here, let me remind you what the word problem was. We have a school cafeteria has a restriction on the amount of sugary drink available to students. Drinks may not have more than 25 grams of sugar. Based on this restriction, what is the largest size cola in ounces the cafeteria can offer to students? So let me remind you of the situation. We already did this earlier. So we had cola in ounces, and we did sugar, which was in grams. So it's the same situation we did today. First, create a double number line and make sure your number line has a scale. We'll down it out by 6. It was 20 grams of sugar, 12, 40. Again, same thing we did earlier. 18, 24, and I'm going to stop there because we don't need to go any further. Okay, so that's the first step. Create a double number line with your 2 units. Make sure you have a scale and you have a tick mark for each pair of ratios. Now, look at what the question is referring to in the problem. Find where 25 grams of sugar would fall. Because they're asking for how many fluid ounces there would be at 25 grams of sugar. So I got to ask myself, where would 25 grams of sugar fall on this number line? So I'm going to recreate this number line. You don't need to recreate it. $25 grams of sugar. So gram is the bottom number line. So where would 25 fall? Hopefully you would say it would fall between, I'll use a different color here, 20 and 40. So here's 25. Okay, so that's the one that everyone seems to be okay with. So we know that the answer is going to be anywhere between 6 and 12 fluid ounces. But now I got to say, okay, how can I divide the number line evenly? What I'm referring to is between 20 and 40. We need now to split that number line in equal intervals because it's a number line. So one way I'm going to do this is I'm going to kind of zoom in just where I need the interval. It is now between 20 and 40. So all I did is I'm just capturing this piece of information right here. 25 would be around here. 6 again. And at 40 it would be 12. So how should I split up gram number line here if I have 25 on there? In this case, I would increase by 5. So I would do 20, 30, 35, and 40. For each tick mark I added, we're going to do above in the fluid ounces. We don't know these values, do we? That's the whole purpose. We need to figure that out. So step 4. Find the difference between the intervals of the unknown value. So what I'm asking about, the unknown value is how many fluid ounces there would be at 25 grams of sugar. So the unknown value I'm referring to is the top number line. Find the difference. So we're going to find the difference between 12 and 6 by subtracting 12 minus 6 to get 6. Okay, the reason we're doing that is we need to know the distance between 6 and 12 in order to determine the value of each of those parts. Divide the difference by the total part. So what's the total part? Okay, so see how here we split it into 1, 2, 3, 4 part. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 part. So we have to get a total of 6 here. Split it into 4 equal parts to figure out how much this is increasing by each time because it has to be equal interval. So we're going to do 6, use a pink pen here, 6 divided by 4 because we have 4 equal parts. That's going to tell you how much we're going to increase each of these by. Some of you might say, I don't know how to do 6 divided by 4. Yes, you do. Write it in fraction form, 6/4. That's a fraction greater than 1. 4 goes in 6, 1. There's 2 left over. 1 and 2/4. which is also equivalent to 1.5. So that means that each interval is increasing by 1.5. So now we're going to answer the question. The question was, how many fluid ounces of cola are at 25 grams of sugar? And obviously it says, what is the largest size cola? But that's generally what they're asking. So what we're going to do now is we have to add 1.5 to 6 to figure out what this value is. So we're going to do 6 plus 1.5, and we get 7.5 fluid ounces of cola. Okay, so try to use this reference sheet to help guide you if you get stuck. Best of luck!